worth 30 billion shillings this month. The central bank says it will take bids between April 10 and April 18 and auction the bonds on April 19. And in Egypt, the average yields on Egypt's 3-month treasury bills dropped marginally at an auction on Sunday, while the yield on 9-month treasury bills increased. Yields on the 3-month bills decreased to an average of 19,413% from 19,418% at the most recent similar auction. Yields on the 9-month bills increased to 19,196 from 19,178%. Meanwhile, the country's annual urban consumer price inflation rose in March to 30.9% from 30.2% in February. Egypt abandoned its currency peg to the US dollar on November 3 in a dramatic move that has since seen the currency depreciate roughly by half. And here in Nigeria, the official FX market, the Naira appreciated by 2 basis points to settle at 306 Naira per dollar last week. However, the parallel market saw the domestic currency depreciate by 204 basis points to finish at 400 Naira per dollar on Friday. Let's get an insight on what is happening at the currency market today. I'm being joined by an FX dealer with Access Bank, Oluwafemi Akinyemi. Good afternoon, Femi. Thank you very much for joining us.
Good afternoon. Thanks for having me.
So how is the Naira trading on this first trading day of the week?
Well, the CBN has continued to intervene in line with their new policy. And today, what they've done is to conduct both wholesale and retail auctions, basically. So it's just a continuation of what we saw last week, where they conducted 2 wholesale itemized auction, retail itemized auction. So as it is, so far, they've been able to sell forward about 1.9 billion, range the tenor of about tenor ranging from 30 to 60 days. And they've also been selling in this today. We've sold almost $400 million of spots settled specific individuals. So basically, they just kept true to their policy, basically.
Now, would you say that the CBN's intervention in the spot and forward market has so far helped to ease pressure on the Naira?
Sorry, I didn't get, can you come again? I didn't get the question.
Yeah, would you say that the intervention by the CBN so far in the spot and forward market has, helped to actually ease pressure on the Naira?
Yes, definitely it has. As we all know, the market, the parallel market, has been relatively stable around 390 to 400. However, the expectation is that the CBN continue to intervene, should see the Naira appreciate further. And the projection is the rate convergence between the interbank and the parallel market. It's just time before we see that happen.
Now, but for some time now, we have seen the Naira depreciate so much at the parallel market. What would you say is the cause of this?
Well, I would say people are not so of the sustainability. How long is the CBN going to continue to sell? They expect that you might see a bit of speculation here and there. But like I said, the CBN has the capacity to, and it to continue to they've been doing. Sooner or later, the Naira would appreciate further. We might see a convergence in rates between the interbank and the parallel market.
All right, thank you very much, Femi, for your time. Oluwafemi Akinyemi, FX dealer at Access Bank. We go back now to Europe, where, of course, the markets are trading mixed amid increased geopolitical risks. And my colleague there, the Frankfurt Stock Exchange, Conrad Busen, is actually set to talk to us. Good afternoon, Conrad. Now, the G7 foreign ministers are meeting today. That's a two-day meeting in Italy. Do we have a sneak peek into their agenda, and is the meeting a talking point on the trading floor today?
Well, of course, trade will be one of the major talking points at this meeting, but we should not forget that what happened over the weekend and before the weekend, you know, Syria will be a major topic of discussion among those ministers. We should not forget that next to the G7 members, foreign ministers of Turkey, of the United Arab Emirates, of Saudi Arabia, Jordan, and Qatar are also scheduled to take part in a special session that treats Syria. Of course, people here also on the trading floors and in the financial world today are discussing very much whether Donald Trump sort of has changed the strategy, whether from a politician focusing very much on America first, he will now lead the U.S. again into being the world's policeman. That's one discussion that you can follow here among traders today. And of course, all this will be in major focus of market people when they look to Italy and this meeting.
Now, Conrad, it's a weekend of plenty geopolitical actions, posturing, and some terror attacks like in Egypt. How much sleep are investors and traders losing over what happened and what lies ahead in the short term?
Some sleep, I can tell you, because at the moment this is really something that's preoccupying everyone, because the equity markets also here in Germany are trading at such high levels, so everyone is sort of concerned whether we are going to see some sort of sell-off or something like that. Later this week, we'll focus a lot on the first earnings reports coming in, for example, from Tesco, also companies like Carrefour, so from the retail sectors. And we will get earnings reports from several American banks, JP Morgan Chase, Citigroup, also Wells Fargo. You know, remember the company that didn't behave well towards their customers. They will come out with their earnings report. So all this will be in focus, and it will make people here talk about also those sectors here in Europe.
All right, thank you very much, Conrad. We just have to leave this conversation at this point. I will take a quick break. When we return, we'll continue with the program. Do stay with us.